So about a year and a half ago, I made a video showing off my desk setup and all that stuff. And today I thought I'd kind of do an updated video of that because I feel like a lot has changed and there's a lot more change to come. So I'm just going to talk about what's changed and the future of the setup. So some of you may remember that my desk used to be over on this wall and there used to be a different set of lights above this. The funny thing is the lights that I record that were in that video before broke like maybe a week after. So these are the Govee glide panels, something like that. But I've since moved the desk since they were put up and they just haven't been moved. Honestly, this whole side of the room has like nothing on it. But there is a reason for that, and that reason is I haven't had time. I haven't had time to put up anything, so everything's kind of super empty on this side of the room. Here is the PC setup, the Sailor Jupiter PC. All of you that have watched know I like Sailor Jupiter a lot. Sailor Jupiter PC on top with a little bit of storage, some microphones and stuff. And then underneath we have the PS5. This is my PS5, the first one I had. I do have the PS5 Pro now, but this is just a normal PS5 with the dark plates. I don't like that it's on the floor, but I don't really have another place to put it, unfortunately. Above the PC, we have my pins. The collection has grown since the last time I showed off the pins. Also got a nice light that kind of goes into a flow of the main desk. This is the main desk. Not much has changed. Besides a few things here or there. I recently got the M4 iPad Pro on a really good open box deal on eBay. So that was a nice upgrade. I use that to control pretty much all the music I listen to in this setup. I've got like a USB-C to coaxial converter underneath the desk. That all goes into my Geshelli Labs DAC and amp, and I can change everything from there. I've also got the Stream Deck, which is new. I got this on a Black Friday deal as well. Well, the iPad wasn't a Black Friday deal, but this was. Actually, 2025, recently. There's more I want to do with it, I just haven't really delved into it that much. But I like it for changing scenes on stream, and I want to use it more for editing videos as well. The normal iPod, that was there last time. Keyboard, mouse, everything's the same here. Microphone, all that, you know, all the boring stuff. Above the desk, we have some promotional posters, actually. If anyone remembers the PS2 promotional. Then we have Sega Saturn promotional and PS3 promotional. These are from magazines. There is one more, but it didn't really match the other three, so I only have the three. Eventually I want to have them like all in a line rather than the way they are now, but that's for the future. Over here we have Tomb Raider posters. These are fan posters. I think they were for the Tomb Raider 25th anniversary, and there was like a limited print of them. I think there was like 20, 25 in total, something like that. These are just some of my favorites, so I finally was able to put them up. I have another one displayed in another room, but I love how they look, and they look so good in that corner, I find. Then down here on the bottom we have all the headphones. The only thing I don't like since I moved the desk over here is that the headphones are stuffed in this corner. It's really hard to reach all the way in the back. I guess doable, but it's not the best. So that's one thing I would like to change in the future. Have the headphones have their own spot. Another two pair of headphones on my dresser. I obviously don't want the dresser to be in here. It's not really in the best shape either. Kind of falling apart. But above the dresser, I've got all my Pokemon stuff. The Pokemon games and cards and stuff were recently moved in here to make more room on my shelves, which I will show off later. And then I got all my plushies and stuff. Absolutely love them. Have to have this Elgato key light here, unfortunately, for lighting for the PS3, PS2 streaming setup. It's pretty simple, really. I use a portable monitor on like a little magnetic mount that just mounts there. This is like an old display thing I had. I've had it forever. Just got some Lego up here. Walking Dead Collector's Edition here. And then some more stuff. A little bit of art over here. Well, some lights. Don't mind that. They're not straight. Don't tell me about it. I know. Then we have the PS3 streaming setup down here. Don't mind Lugia. He's just kind of hanging out. This is a bit of a whatever was lying around kind of build. So nothing really matches super well. It's got my old GPU in it, which is a 3070 Ti. The other PC, the editing PC, got a 4070 Super. So this one got the old GPU. This one recently had a new cooler put on and new CPU and motherboard because those were really old. And it was much needed. For what we play PS3 games on, it is the PlayStation 3D display. I think this looks still gorgeous with 1080p. I found it for a good deal, like 150 bucks from a local place. I know at one time they were selling for dirt cheap, but now you can find them on eBay for around like 200 bucks. But it still looks really good. I eventually want to get where I want to have this, when I redo my setups, which I'll talk about in a bit, I want to have a plasma screen, because plasmas look excellent with these older consoles. So I do want to do a plasma eventually too. Maybe there's like a 3D display setup and a plasma setup, I don't know. I've got some really good ideas for that. Then we have the camera for the streams. Then below that, we have the PS3 Slim, which I play all of the stuff on. Recently was repasted and everything, so it's nice and quiet. My original fat PS2 right next to it. And then the newest edition, my backwards compatible PS3. It is for parts and does not work right now, and I haven't really had time to delve into it. It doesn't have a yellow light of death, which is a good thing. So it's probably just heat, maybe tokens. I gotta delve into it a bit. Just some extra things down here, books, all that, some art books. My newest one being a Japanese art book there for Nier. In here is PlayStation Portal and I think Game Boy Pocket. Back behind here, I have all the wires managed, and when I want to switch between PS3 and PS2, all I have to do is switch HDMIs between those two converters, and that's it. I've already got scenes set up for both of them, so it's nice and easy to switch between. I'm guessing you're probably wondering how this PlayStation TV is also mounted. If you didn't notice, it is mounted. It is mounted to a monitor arm on the back with a special mount. I'm not keeping the shelf, so don't mind the hole in it, but it works because the normal stand doesn't fit. It works for what I need it to. I'm not keeping this anyway, so I don't really care about it. Now in the future, I would like to have kind of maybe an L desk or something where I can have the PS5, PS3, PS2, all that kind of in one section. Maybe have a 3D display over here depending on how I make things look. I want it to kind of like all be one setup rather than two separate setups. The whole purpose of the kind of redesign of this was I wanted to not have like my bed in the background or anything and kind of split the space. I wanted to separate like a work from play, because in the other room I have just a normal TV, and with the PS5 Pro and stuff, I originally had the PS3 streaming setup in there as well, and I wanted to just kind of this all to be a workspace. That's why there's two different kind of setups for it. And all I have to do is move a chair, turn on that computer, and we're ready to go. But I like how it works, but I would like to combine it all into one. And now we have the game collection. This is my PS1, PS2, 3, 4, and 5 collection. Well, CDs on the bottom down here, vinyl in the middle, and extra controllers, some chargers and stuff. I'm running out of room for PS3 at the moment, and PS4, PS5. I've kind of stopped for collecting for PS5, but I still collect for PS3. Up top we have my original PS3. It has a motherboard issue where the disk drive doesn't work anymore, so that's kind of unfortunate. But I mean, it still connects to the internet. I can still download stuff onto it. I just can't play any disc. Then over here we have my Last of Us Part 2 PS4 Pro. Absolutely love that. And then PS1 up here, PS2, and a little bit of everything down here. In future, I want all of this to be like the background of streams rather than in a separate room entirely, but I can only do so much with where I'm at right now and only have so much space. But hopefully in the future, I'll have more space to do this. So that's the game room, stream room, editing desk, everything. I'm happy with how it is right now, but there's a good amount I want to change in the future. It works for my needs currently. I want to change it up in the future and make it even better. So with that said, everyone, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.